Namaste. My name is Rui Zimmerer. I'm International Meditation Master. So today I want to speak, how long does it need to change? Okay, it's a little bit political, but I think you have to hear that also. For instance, nearly all factories, profit-driven people will not tell you honestly how dangerous are their products. 1786, Benjamin Franklin explained how much toxic is lead even in small portions. And it needed 250 years to stop producing food with lead. The lead operates as an anti-knock additive in the fuel, and that the Otto-engine can work much more effective. The science from the most famous universities warned against the toxic lead in the food because of brain damage and heart attack. Things is over. As usual, money is more important. Today's studies confirm that 3 times higher crime rates with higher rates of lead in the blood, 20 to 30% lower intelligence scores, and much higher risk of heart attacks. And lead in the petrol killed more people than both world wars together. And all governments, without any exception, kept a blind eye on that. The studies were out from the most famous science. Still, they don't care. Even science proved for over 200 years how dangerous is lead. Do you think really the government is caring for you? And it could easily replace when we got the catalyst. Oh, for instance, today in the USA are dying through too much lead in the blood 250,000 people, and for 40 years the USA has no lead in the petrol anymore. Before was a ratio 4 times higher. This means 1 million every year. Don't care. But the pandemic is very important. I know. The people believe in politicians that are so fanatic to do wars and sanctions that risk our total extinction of all our lives. Again, money is more important. It's all the time the same thing. How long it needs to change? No? Sometimes never. Not. Okay. For instance, that fanatic tries to destroy Russia. The world is suffering from those sanctions against Russia, and Russia is doing the biggest profit ever done from gas and oil. So for what other sanctions are good? The proposal from Russia was to sustain the Minsk agreement to protect the Russians in the Ukraine and no nukes in the Ukraine. The Ukraine had already broken 3 different Minsk agreements that lasted only 1 day. Would you trust such countries that are breaking all the time their contracts? Me not. And the NATO countries refused all proposals from Russia. The NATO wanted that war to destroy Russia, to sell weapons, and to profit from stopping Nord Stream 2 to sell their fracking gas. Yes, that's the other reason behind it. How many people should die in that war more? After the NATO countries, limitless. The NATO doesn't want to end that war. Instead, the NATO is prolonging the war with supporting all kinds of weapons to Ukraine in such a huge way. Peace negotiation with the Ukraine is never an option for Zelensky until he is getting weapons. Even worse, the NATO countries' slogan is "We must win the Ukraine war." More than 50% of the citizens of NATO countries want the NATO fight against Russia. This means World War III is the only option for the NATO countries to win. We have seen the same thing with World War II, World War I. Do you think that the citizens, the people, have learned anything? No. After the international law, countries that are training troops that are fighting in a country against another country is participating in the war. In this case, we have already World War III because the NATO countries are training Ukrainian troops on their weapons that the NATO countries are giving the Ukraine for free. Here you have this all. This means Russia can bomb Germany for sure. It has a right to do so because they are in war already with Germany. So, what is the background of this war? The Ukraine doesn't want the Russians to live in the Ukraine who have lived in the new Ukrainian area for thousands of years. The Ukraine killed 14,000 Russians in the Donbas area already before that war and forbids the Russian language, discrimination against the Russians, and so on. When the Ukraine started to bomb the Donbas area again, the Ukrainian President Zelensky announced to fabricate all nukes and the Russian bricks should leave Ukraine. Okay, and then Russia started with the war. Zelensky became a hero for sure. What is the background of this? Lenin created a bigger Ukraine country which included the Crimea and the Donbas area, both were before Russia. Sure, Great Britain had done the same and that resulted always in wars. For instance, Kurdistan got divided to 4 different countries, Turkey, Iran, Iraq and Syria, and Kuwait, the oil field of Iraq, became an own country and was before a part of Iraq. The long Iraq war is this. And Africa became a battlefield through this. You will see. They do it again and again. Nearly nobody has learned anything, still trusting the authority, and even the people deny to think and to be responsible for themselves. Every war started so. First, war propaganda with fabricated lies, including censorship, and then the war. Hate the Jewish and today hate the Russians. Everything is a repetition. Confiscating Russian wealth, discrimination against them. Yes, they have done the same with the Jewish people. So, do you think how long it needs to change? Sometimes there's no end. Okay. Thank you that I could speak about this, and bye.